Hi everyone, this is Antoine. On Wednesday, we had a fantastic Agentforce 3 launch event. And I carved out the section where I talk about agent templates and I showed a demo where we create those templates, we package it, deploy it to the new org, and all of that using Cline and the Salesforce CLI MCP Server. So if you're new to the channel, please click like and subscribe, and let's get to it. Let's touch base on those agent templates. So templates are another way for you to package your agentic application. You can decide to do single actions, single topics, and also package the entire template. It's exactly this way that we're doing our out-of-the-box agents, right? Which is what we're gonna see in a second, right? Let's switch to the next slide and look at what we're doing on our side. Let's think about a support agent, for example. When you look at the out-of-the-box support agent, it already has a couple of information built in. What surface is going to be used on? Mobile apps, SMS, web portal. What topics and instruction are going to be attached to this agent? Case management, order management. What kind of action can it do in the real world, right? What API are we going to give it access to? And what data does it have to be grounded with? Case records, order data. So we package 99% of the solution and we let the end user customize the remaining 1% so that they really make it their own. So you now have the ability to do the exact same thing that we do and surface it at the very same level as the out-of-the-box Salesforce agents. But let's see it in action. I put together a demo where I've put myself in the shoes of a partner. I wanted to use Cline. Cline is coding agent, just like Cursor, Wingsurf. I'm sure you've heard of those. They are fantastic and they do magical thing and you can vibe code with it. But one thing that they don't do is talk to Salesforce and act on your existing Salesforce environment. That's until you add an MCP server, right? So as I mentioned, the Salesforce MCP server, I'm talking about something that is already available. This is a repository that is available on GitHub. So I invite you to go and find it and scroll down, find the instruction to add the MCP server to your favorite coding agent, like I'm doing right now in Cline, and just start having your coding agent interact directly with your Salesforce environment. So just like that, I added about 9 different tools to Cline that will now be able to interact with Salesforce. This is not covering everything that is available in the CLI, right? But we're just getting started, right? We're going to keep adding capabilities, and soon enough, you're going to find all you need for your agent to be fully autonomous. All right, let's go back into character. I need to bring an agent and package it, but I don't remember which one. You know, on my instance, I have a couple, so I'm just asking Cline, hey, can you list all the agents that I have on the agent, the instance, the Salesforce instance I'm connected on? Cline found 8 of them. And turns out that the agent that I'm looking for is an agent specialized in helping retailers making delightful experiences when they're selling Legos. So this one, based on the description, seems to be the one I need. Again, I didn't type any command, right? Cline did on its own. Now let's double check that this is the agent I need. I want to test it without having to leave my IDE. And that's what I can do by generating a full-blown Agentforce interaction directly within my IDE. I'm not leaving my flow of work. I'm not interrupting my thoughts. I'm just working with my agent live while I'm developing. So my agent wanna please, right, is like asking, hey, how can I help? I'm going to try to trigger a specific topic that I prepared that turns my name into a Lego version of it. Obviously, the agent doesn't know my name, so he's going to ask for it. I'm going to give it a little, my name is Antoine, and drum roll, my Lego name is Antoine. Break a lot. Exciting. All right. All that it means is that I identified the agent that I need to do, and I did it without having to know how to, write commands that are Salesforce specific. I asked my agent, I asked Cline, what are my agents? Cline found it, and I was able to just identify it with a live session. Now it's time to bring all the metadata of this custom agent on my local instance. So I'm doing it in a couple of seconds. And once I retrieve all this information, I want to turn it into a template. Remember, I retrieve an agent and I want to turn it into a template because in this use case, what I want to ship to my customer is a template, not an agent. The reason why I'm bringing up the actual template file is to show you that it's simple XML, meaning that developers can modify it, customize it, maintain it very easily. But all right, let's get rid of our agent itself, right? So we are removing the agent because we're about to package this into a 2GP package. And we don't want to package the agent. We just want to package the template. So we're creating our 2GP package. We're making sure that our template is part of it. And we're going to now test it by deploying this package on a brand new instance so that we can experience our end user, how our end user are going to discover it. So this is our end user. This is a retailer creating a new agent. And you can see all the different out of the box templates. And at the very same level, my brick builder assistant, right, that I just created. So now I have a happy retailer that have already, topics and action that were all like bundled and that were made available on the agent exchange. But the retailer still have the ability to kind of like do the last mile customization, add information about its own company, potentially add other topics and action that are dedicated to their business. But you made their life easier by providing 99% of the work and letting your customer do the very last customization, just like we chose to do with all the agents that we're shipping out of the box in Salesforce. So to summarize, I was able to use our MCP to get information from Salesforce and act on Salesforce without without having to know any command. I was able to work live with my agent within my IDE. I was able to grab my agent, turn it into a template, package it, and deploy it on a new instance. So I invite you to do the same.